what's up everyone, Duquesne23 here with Forge Hub, and today we're taking a look at the map called Stellar. Now this is a 2v2 map. It works with all normal game modes, and this might be one of my favorite maps visually, because the amount of detail and the lighting and everything is absolutely crazy on here. But so let's go ahead and jump in and walk around this map and take a look at it. Wow, just from the start, notice that just the amount of detail put into this map, just for everything, like the floors. You don't realize, like, this is multiple pieces just being able to put in with all these pipes. Pipes are great. If you are building a UNSC type of base or a human structure, just throw in some pipes everywhere. They always look fantastic. But it's also not just the visuals of the details of everything on here, but it's also the lighting on this map. I was noticing whenever I was doing the B-roll fly through, the lighting of this map is also incredible, and we'll see that as we walk through more of this here. But just look at the sheer amount of detail placed around this map. Just in this little corner, there's so many objects, so many pieces put in with signs like the caution signs and that B4 storage sign right there, as well as some other small little warning things and stuff like this right here on this area right here. But it's just like everything is so much detail. There's not a single wall that's just plain. It's busy in a good way. Just the amount of detail, and I love the fact that they put all these crates and boxes right here on the end. Some people could still jump right here and use this if they want to, but you don't have to. And look at this, it's like a cool space station set in space. And I also love, oh, what is that right there? Is that like something is docked to this? That's pretty cool. But I love that they also added this little part right here. Is it, probably pointless, never be used? Yes, but I also just love the fact that it's added here. So, if you're, playing on something, you can always jump up here, and jump out of the way if someone's over there and get some cover if you need to. Look at this. That's a non-playable space up there, but just look at the amount of detail that they placed here on this map. Now, one thing when I was doing the B-roll flight through, there are a lot of corridors on this map. I know I'm going to miss some, and I didn't mean to drop all the way down here. Dang it. But yeah, there's a lot of corridors. I also kind of love that this right here, the way to get it is you have to jump and then grab it. I think that's an interesting little technique there to be able to do, and I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, let's go ahead, and I guess now we're walking down here. There's just so many different corridors down here. Look at the windows and everything. This is what I'm talking about. There's so much. Oh, can you actually jump and get through there? I don't know if you can. Oh no, there is glass. Oh, it's outside. Okay, I wasn't sure if that connected to the upper section, but no, it's outside. But yeah, look at that little docking, like something is docked there or something like that. That is pretty cool. I love the way that looks there. I love the outside stuff. But look at the lights coming through, just how it has that gold hue of some of the lights here. They do a fantastic job with the lighting. This is God tier lighting on here. And I believe, GLX is the one who did the lighting on this. And he's just absolutely incredible lighting artist, or whatever you want to call it, and everything. It's just absolutely amazing. And also, one other thing that I noticed as we're walking through here is that there is a lot of audio stuff going on. It's not just completely quiet or anything like that. You can hear all the computers and stuff making noises, as well as this has a hissing noise from the air condition blowing out right here. And just, man, wow. This might be one of my favorite maps visually on here. Just absolutely everything. The wires, look, that's up above. That's where you walk up above. You're able to see if people are walking up there, which is amazing. Now I need to figure out how to get, back up there, because this is just so many different levels, and I love that. I love that. Look at this. This reminds me, yeah, it's like the, astronaut type of, they have that gold type of foil on here, and they have this orange light shining on everything. That's what I was saying. The lighting with ambient noises, the visuals on here, the level design of this entire thing is so unique, at least in my own personal opinion here. This is fantastic. Oh, look, we can go ahead and have a grapple to be able to get through there. It looks like some fire broke through there. That's not good. Definitely not good to have a fire on a space station. But that's nice. Always nice to have some areas a little bit destroyed. And these are like power cores or something, I don't know, that they put in here. But that's one thing I noticed a lot of. There's a lot of these little connection points where you got to crouch to get through. There's some of those in here, which is pretty neat. Oh, look, this is like one that's not like on fire, like in the area. But this is so cool. I love how they incorporate aspects of actual space, you know, like satellites or, you know, space stations and stuff, like having this like foil type of material that you see in actual things. Oh, look at that lighting there with those crates in the back. That looks so nice. Like, this whole thing just looks so good with the amount of detail placed on the map, as well as the lighting and the level design of just simple things of like this little jump up point right here, because it kind of protects you. You know, you don't see anyone through that corridor right there or even over there until you kind of jump up. So I love things like that. So let's go ahead and keep moving here. Keep going around, and it's look like we got another dead end. This is such a cool space station to walk around, and I am loving this so much. Oh, look, here's the little pathway here that we saw earlier. So now, remember, it did drop down a little bit lower, but I didn't go through that. We'll go through that later. We got a BR up here, and we're back up to the top. So we did make it back up top, which is excellent. That's what we need. And look, see, like, this is what I was talking about. Like, there's more little hidey little spots here. Like, you could crouch and go through, and, you know, access open. I don't know if it's open. I don't see anything there on there, but that is pretty awesome. I love this, how you can, like, you know, okay, you could drop down there. They put these little signs of the characters like the falling, so you know you could drop down with that there. So everything, it seems like there's like nice large pathways for everything, but then there's also these little sneaky spots right here to be able to drop in and to like sneak up on people that may not know that you're coming through there. So let's go ahead and drop down, see where this goes here. Okay, so this seems to go down to this burning area down here that looks absolutely fantastic. I'm just blown away by the visuals and the lighting and even the level design. Like, just everything. This seems like so much fun to be able to play on. Seems pretty chaotic, especially since there's so many different levels. There's like 4 different levels or something. So now we're down to this area that we dropped it down to first. So then let's go ahead and go down this purple shaft right here and see where this goes. Where does this go? Oh, does it go up to the top, and that's why it says access open? Oh, it's a teleporter. That is nice. I like that. I was about to say, I'm like, I don't see it saying, you know, open. By the way, pipes. Pipes look fantastic. Pipes. You got to have pipes on your map. But these are the type of things that I'm saying, like, you need to take a look at this map. Get ideas and inspiration from a map like this for your, you know, internal areas of UNSC bases, of like separating the walls with these like pipes and everything, so it adds a little break in the wall, so it's just not solid. But then they also add these little couplings right here that connect it to the walls. You know, they just do so much details. Like right here, they could have just had an opening, but no, they added this like door, this little flap here that normally can shut, but they added that open right there. It just adds a nice little touch of something else, and I absolutely love the fact that they decided to go ahead and, you know, have this bottom right here go back up to the very top. So you can drop down here and teleport. It's a seamless teleport. And now you're back up to the top up here. And so really you could just kind of get everywhere else you need from that point, you know, from there. So this is just absolutely fantastic. Such a good job of building this incredible map right here. Yeah, this is just, look at this. Just everything looks so good. There's a drop deal right there. I love it that there's just more of them, like that you can see and go through. Well, you can't go through that one, but you can at least see it. That is like another little drop spot. But overall, this is absolutely fantastic. If you do want to check out this map and bookmark it, I highly suggest you doing so, especially if you're a forger and you want to just look at kind of what they did, like get some inspiration from this, because that is the whole point of, you know, me walking through these maps, is checking out all the little details, and they just do such a good job. Forgers are incredible. They spend so much time on this, so I want to be able to try to see all the detail. Now, of course, I probably missed some things, you know, in here. I probably missed, and that I don't want to miss, but, you know, I can't see everything all the time. Like, I'm just looking all in there. Like, there's just so much stuff right there that you can go through. Man, look at this. Like, I love the way it looks. I just love the way everything looks here. They did such a great job. But the bookmark link is in the description down below. So if you do want to check it out, I highly suggest bookmarking it. Subscribe right here for more. And I will see you on the next one. And remember, let's forge a new Halo.